In recent years, Supreme Master Ching Hai graciously allowed our association members to gather for international seminars. They were joyous occasions as Master and disciples reunited to meditate and pray for peace. During her visit to meet with our association members, Supreme Master Ching Hai also spoke of the teachings of past masters and answered the spiritual questions of fellow initiates. Throughout the ages, compassionate, enlightened masters have urged people to surrender to the greater universal power by seeking the divine within, from which all other goodness and happiness follow. This message was echoed again in Supreme Master Ching Hai's four-part discussion, The Way of the Sufis, a Muslim Story, with our association members on January 2nd, 2009.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
I was just telling my dog today, because of you guys, I lost everything. And then I said to them, no, it's not you, it's my heart. It's my heart. Make me lose everything. Yeah. Because, when I was coming here, the dogs were looking like, can we come with you? Car is small. All the dogs want to squeeze. Not possible. Normally, I didn't want to take dogs because too much trouble already, Why I have to have dogs? But they look at that like that. And then they took advantage of when I wasn't looking. Two of them escaped. Come out, run to the car already. So I said, okay, never mind, come with us. And then in the car, they were so excited, running around in the car. How can you run around? But they run around in the car. And I have to squeeze myself and worry about them and have to hug them, please don't run around. And, I said, so much trouble. So I say, you guys are too much, because of you I lose everything. Even I lose a seat in the car. I already told you everything, Everything that you should know, I told you over the years already. So sometimes you come here, I just amuse you. Amuse you with stories, jokes, candies, especially candies you like. Today I continue. Muslim story. There's called The Way of the Sufis, Sufism also a branch of Islam. Yeah, right? Okay. And they have a lot of stories. Buddhism also have a lot of story, but I think over the year I already told them, a lot of them. So I'm telling you something about Islam so that you can learn to know somebody else's tradition and belief system. Something new. Okay. We learn to know some other people's belief system and tradition is also not bad. It will foster understanding, yes, between people of different background. We should have tolerance, for each other, because everyone believes they are right. As long as their religion doesn't teach anything bad, it should be good. Okay? Mostly, I told you already, and by now, if you have followed my teaching for many years, by now that all religions originally are just one. And then after the master died, it became another religion. Jesus, when he was alive, he could barely, cover himself, yeah? He said he doesn't have even a pillow to put his head on. Remember? He has to run away all the time. And Buddha, when he was alive, also not much, huh? He has to go out begging for alms. But later some disciple built a very big temple for him, with gold, gold that become pavement on the garden and all that. Okay, but never mind, please bear with it, huh? A small place, okay? That's why I let you come here in winter, so you can sit together, keep warm, save heater. And summer when you come, we all sit in the garden, save electricity for aircon. So it's not too bad, is it, huh? Not too bad. I mean, squeezy place is good, huh? In the winter it's white. Yeah, winter we need together a lot of people to sit warm, you know. And this place is very good, you know, small, but winter you sit together, keep warm. Summer we sit in the garden, right? Who needs more room, yeah? And that's why you became all extraordinary saints, because you sit all night. Wow. No choice, is there? Huh? Where would you go and lay down? In Chinese, we say, 时势叫英雄, huh? Meaning the situation create heroes. Yeah. So in this case, the situation creates saints. Yeah. You heard many Zen stories of the old time. You know, all the monks of the saint, they sit all night. They don't lay down, huh? Look at your neighbor. They one of them. Incredible. You can sit all night. It's really incredible. Do you really sit all night? Yes. How do you sit? That is a question. Yeah? You sit like this, right? Yeah. As I told you already in another tapes, it's very good to sit very tight like this. You cannot fall, you know? In Zen Buddhism, the guy who sit all night and doesn't fall, bu tao tan. Bu tao tan means you doesn't fall. Literally speaking, like the egg doesn't roll. That means you sit very straight, you know? So balanced like an egg who doesn't move. Yeah. So that means very good in the Zen tradition. That means you are incredible, you are fantastic, you are truly a bodhisattva already. If you sit all night and you don't move, see? In here, it's the same, all of you, you don't move. There's no room to move. On the left, on the right, in the front, everybody sit together. So, you see, the situation creates saints here. Yeah. Maybe I should buy even a smaller house. And we will have more saints, huh? You know, right now you can move a little bit, a few inches, but if a smaller house, then it's truly just like this, huh? Bu tao tan. Okay, now we continue with the reading of the Muslim, because they have stories that keep you awake, huh? Now, in the Sufism, there is a name called Khidr. Khidr. Anybody know? Khidr. Any Muslim?
Qadir.
Qadir?
Yeah.
Qadir. Are you a Muslim?
Qadir, no.
No. But you know Qadir?
Yeah, I've never heard of.
Okay, Qadir. With I in the middle of it. Okay. Qadir means it's kind of a spirit, you know? The protection spirit. Yeah. Like angel maybe. It's spelled Khidr, okay? And Khidr is supposed to be invisible guide in Sufis tradition. In the Quran, it is said that this Khidr was the unseen spirit who guided Moses. They call it also the green one. The green one. So this green one is often referred to as the Jew, and he has been equated in legend with such figures as St. George and Elias. This story, however, is a characteristic of the supernormal function that attributed to the Khidr. I'm worried if I say Qadir, it might be something else, and then we will get all mixed up. So both in the folklore and among the dervish masters, yes, this Khidr is very famous for being invisible guide. Now we should just call him the green one, okay? Because if we keep spelling like this, it takes all night to finish the story. Okay. This is a story that somebody told. But it doesn't say whom. Let me check. No. probably one of the teacher, of the Sufism. He told a story like this, and it's supposed to be a true story. Okay. The person who narrated the story said that once he was standing on the banks of the Oxus River. He saw a man fall in the water. Yes. And then another man was wearing dervish clothes. Seeing the man fell into the river, he also jumped in and tried to rescue the other man, but he was in full clothes. He probably jumped so fast he didn't think of undressing himself. Both of them, unfortunately, were being dragged together in the strong currents of the river at that time. And then both of them were struggling in the water to try to keep their head above the water. But they was in dangerous situation. And then, suddenly, this person, the storyteller, saw a third man dressed in a dress of shimmering green and very glittering one. He hurled himself into the river after the two drowning men. But as soon as he struck the surface of the water, he changed himself into a log, a wood log, not a man anymore. So the other two men saw the wood log, so they cling on to it. Yes. And together, they kind of pushing themselves to the shore with the log. Yes, so they saved their lives. All right. The person, who told the story, he could not believe himself. He could not believe what he see. So he followed the log, as a distance behind the bush to see what's happening. And after a long while, far away from the two drowning men before, who'd already been rescued, far away from them, the log pushed itself onto the shore and dripping wet, and turned into men again. So the storyteller reached the log, that now has turned into man. The man already almost dry. And he threw himself on the ground, kneeling in front of him and crying, and saying that you must be the presence, K-H-I-D-R. Yes, I have seen everything. You are the green one. Oh, thank God. The green one. You are the master of the saints, aren't you? Bless me, for I would attain. I was afraid. He was afraid to touch the green man's robe because it seemed to be like fire, except it's in green color. What is it then? Why is a man on fire when he's so wet? Why is he on fire? What?
Light.
Light, good. So the green man on fire said to the witness, you have seen too much. You have to understand that I came from another world and I am protecting those who have service to perform without them knowing so. So, means whomever this green man on fire was protecting, these people would not know about it. Just like, obviously he turned himself into a wood log. So the two men thought that, luckily we hang on to the log and we save our lives. They would have not known that this log was actually a protecting agent from heaven. Yeah? Okay. And he only protect those who has service to perform. You hear that? Yes. Like maybe these men are virtuous, yes, are good, and still having things to do in this world, either for humankind or for the environment or for the animals. Yes, in the human form, they are doing their duties here on earth. Therefore, this KHIDR, it has a duty to protect those people.
We appreciate your compassionate presence for today's episode of Between Master and Disciples. Join us again next Monday for part 2 of The Way of the Sufis, a Muslim story. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for Animal World, Our Co-Inhabitants, coming up next, right after noteworthy news. May your days be filled with joyous laughter.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/BMD